Shabbat Shalom. Hine Matov, how amazing it is that we are here together. Hine
Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, Shabbat Achim gam yachad. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is wonderful to see all of you who are here. We are here for many different reasons tonight. We are here for our Tribe Shabbat, a Shabbat service that is being led by members of various different tribes, members of the more than 20 tribes that we have in our congregation that meet on a regular basis. And so members of our community have actually written the Shabbat evening service this evening and the readings as reflective of both what Shabbat is and the experience that we have on Shabbat. And our music this evening is being led by members of a tribe, and Miss Patty, who is actually a tribe leader herself. And so lots of different opportunities to hear from members of tribes in our congregation this evening. And we wish Refuah Shlema to Cantor Thomas, who had a big hand in putting all of the service together, but is not feeling quite well, and we said, stay home. That sounds like a great thing to do. So she had a big hand in helping to organize the service this evening, and so we thank her, and we are just hoping that she recovers well and fast. With that, a couple of other things. We have a wonderful Israel Now trip. We're going to hear about this a little later on. If you're part of the Israel Now trip, raise your hand. All right, awesome. We're going to hear more about that, but we are glad that you are here. They're leaving on February 13th with a trip with Federation. This is the first time trip with our 8th graders, and we're so excited that the Federation and this group of people are taking this trip to Israel next week. We'll talk about that in a moment. And we have Rabbi Todd Thalblum, who is here. Rabbi Thalblum, if you'll raise your hand. Thank you. If we can all welcome Rabbi Thalblum and his daughter, who just moved to Charlotte. And we're very, very, very excited. Rabbi Thalblum and I had known each other for years from Texas, and then both of us had a Texodus, me to North Carolina, Rabbi Thalblum to Iowa many years before, and we're just glad to have you here, and welcome to our congregation. And the last people that we have yet to welcome are people who are at home, so if we turn around to the cameras and say Shabbat Shalom to the people who are at home.
Shabbat Shalom.
And to each other. Take a moment to turn to the north, the south, the east, the west, and welcome one another to our congregation. Oh, great. The candle blessing is on the front, and the Kiddush is on the back. And we only have 2 Kiddush cups, so you're going to have to duke it out. Figure out who's going to go.
Oh, Rebecca's had enough wine tonight.
Great. The group of people who are up here represent members of our congregation who are in our tribe leadership team. And to be a member of our tribe leadership team, what it means is not only have you been involved with tribes, but you are also helping to coach other tribe leaders as well. Our effort and energy in tribes is recognized that in order to have many small groups in our congregation, we have put our energy and our effort into training tribe leaders. And so I want to thank you for not only being leaders in our congregation, but helping other people to navigate the blessings and the fun of being together in small groups where we can learn together and laugh together and play together and grow together. And you help to make that happen day in and day out in our congregation. And not only do I offer my deepest sense of thanks, but our whole congregation does too. Rebecca, would you like to light the Shabbat candles? All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrahe kodesh zecher letziyat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinechaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. It's sweet, I know. Very, very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. Thank you so much. In our congregation this year, as we have been choosing joy and choosing to elevate more joy in our congregation, one of the things that we have started to do is sort of to make sure that each and every Shabbat we recognize joyous and wonderful things that are happening in our lives and to elevate that with each other. I will tell you that this week our oldest turned 11 years old, and that's really, I don't know, in many ways it's his accomplishment, and it really does feel like our accomplishment too. We have kept him alive for 11 years. It's a beautiful thing. So whether it's a birthday or whether it is something that happened at work, or maybe it's moving to a new town and starting a new job on Monday, not just, but whatever it might be, just to share joys that we've had this week, the things that we're proud of or things that we appreciate. Yes. Got accepted to Vanderbilt Summer Academy. That's fantastic. Way to go. Eli. 90 on your math test. That is huge. That's great. Very good. You'll have to tutor me later, I know. It was math that really encouraged me to become a rabbi. All right. All right. So what else? What other kinds of good things? Yes? Great. Next Gen and the porch had a beautiful happy hour with 20 young adults. That's awesome. Thank you, Chad. Yes? That's fantastic. Mazel tov to you for becoming bat mitzvah in January. Yes. You're having your family all around you. Do you want to go in for a hug right now? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's great. Yeah. What else? San Francisco to Charlotte. Woohoo! What a drive. That is a drive. In hopefully more than 2 days. 5 days. Okay, great. Yes, all the way back there. Whoa. You're getting your ears pierced tomorrow? Do you want me to do it? Definitely not. Definitely not. All right. Yes, please. Taking the golden retriever on a boat ride. I bet I'm not sure who is happier, the golden retriever or your husband. That sounds, I'm sure that is right. Yes, in the back. Mazel tov. That's great. Way to continue and do that. That's fantastic. Any other things that we want to share tonight? Yes. Way to go. To move to Washington, D.C. and first real job. That sounds fantastic. Mazel tov. Well, for all of these things, for jobs and for great scores on math tests and for friendships and new earrings and new opportunities for golden retrievers on a boat. For all of these things, we thank God not only for giving us life, but for sustaining our lives and help us reach a joyous occasion together. Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam v'hechianu v'kimanu v'hegianu lazman hazeh. I'd like to invite forward Rebecca and Beth to welcome our Tribe Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Rebecca and I would like to welcome you to Tribe Shabbat. We are the co-leaders of your Tribe leadership team. Thank you. And we are so happy to spend an evening with all of you tonight. For those of you that joined us for dinner, we thank you and we hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we did. This evening was planned to show off all the gifts that Tribe participation gives us. The Shabbat Tribe greeted you as you entered the building. The Indian Land offered blessings before dinner. The Geography and Wine Tribe blessed us with a wine tasting during dinner. And the Spice Girls Tribe, plus Robin, provided an array of homemade desserts.
This has been a very special evening already, and as we transition into the worship portion, we are not done highlighting the many faces of tribes. Beth and I put our hats in the ring to be your co-leaders because we have both been active in the Tribes Initiative here at Temple for a while now, and we see firsthand how incredibly successful it is at building community, like we see here tonight. I'm sure you have all read the tagline that tribes make a large congregation feel small, and truly that's what it has done for both of us.
I have spent the better part of the last 20 plus years raising my 4 sons, and most of my Temple interactions were youth-based. Once we hit the point where, for the most part, they were out of the Temple youth spaces, I could have easily just distanced myself from Temple life. But one of the few people I knew here was not having it. and she pushed me to engage in something that had nothing to do with my boys. So we came to a tribe introduction meeting together. In all honesty, she dragged me here. We were in search of a tribe to join, a place where we could continue to spend time together in a space of faith, and where I would be someone other than just the Lewis boys' mom. In both of our worlds, food is love, so together we joined a women's cooking tribe. The first meeting we attended at the leader's house was a lovely evening. We met a nice group of women and made a recipe together. Our tribe met a few more times in person pre-COVID. Then our tribe shifted a bit and was left without a leader. Call Andy Harkavy, calling both Beths, looking for someone to fill that role. As someone who's really bad at saying no, he got this Beth to say yes, even though when I answered the phone, I was internally saying, just say no. But it's okay, I forgive you, Andy, I get it, I'm an easy mark. Without a doubt, I can say I've developed more friendships and deeper relationships than I ever did in the youth spaces when I was just the Lewis boys' mom. The women in my tribe are now my closest friends, the first ones I turn to in joys and annoys. This group of women have recharged my temple engagement and have taught me so much. We try to get together once a month. Mostly we go out to dinner and just enjoy each other's company. Every year we coordinate the giving tree for Sterling Elementary, and we find a way to turn it into a get-together and our own gift exchange. We've made sandwiches for Roof Above Shelter, and pretty soon we'll practically spend a whole weekend together, cooking for and hosting the Women's Chocolate Seder the first weekend in April. Last year we had 70 ladies attend. This year, we hope to share our sweet tooth with 100 special women. All this to say that engaging in tribes has completely changed my life, both in temple and outside of it. The faces in this room went from being strangers or people I smiled and waved at to being my lifelong friends.
When my husband Robin and I moved to Charlotte, we didn't have young children with us to help us integrate into temple community. We began finding our temple community when we joined the trip to Israel in 2017. That trip was life-changing in so many ways for us, and when we returned from Israel, the tribe initiative was just getting started. We signed up for a tribe and haven't looked back since. Our tribe, Charlotte and Beyond, has become a group of friends, supporters, guides, and a family. We've toured and learned together about ourselves and the larger Jewish world in Charlotte, Columbia, Charleston, Augusta, and Asheville. We share our homes with each other for monthly brunches. We've participated in social justice projects and many other activities during our 4 years together. Our tribe leaders have encouraged each of us to take on a leadership role when there is an activity or an event that we are interested in. We have become a small community within the larger temple community, and that feels good.
We thank you for joining us for this very special evening. We hope tonight inspires you to continue on your tribe journey, to find a tribe that's perfect for you, or maybe even start one of your own.
We continue the service with L'cha Dodi.
Genesis starts each of the days of creation with the night first. The Jewish daily schedule is based on nightfall first. Ma'arivim is being thankful for the rhythms and sequences of creation of self and the universe, over and over again, moving from darkness to light. We are who we are. We are part of the cycle of the natural world as it goes through its eloquent routines and challenges and changes. At night, we are often with our own thoughts, so it is a time of reflection, discovery, and creativity. It is our time for deep dive introspection. We need and give thanks for these gifts of time and self. It is part of the cycle of being whole. We are who we are, moving from darkness to light. We are part of the whole. We are part of the cycle of the natural world as it goes through its eloquent routines and challenges. During the busyness of the day, we are often intersecting with our families, friends, schools, jobs, community schedules, and others' priorities. It is a time of execution, reassessment, and managing. It is our communal time and the world. We need and give thanks for the gift of communities, of thinking and doing outwardly. It is part of the cycle of being whole. We are part of the whole, moving from darkness to light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bokekma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishanei itim, umakalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakokavim, b'mishmerateim barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshek v'hoshech mipnei or, Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayom tamid yimlok aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Ellen Reich, leader of the Right Now tribe, writes, "When our tribe meets, we write fast, responding to an offered prompt if desired, and we don't edit before sharing. We practice holy listening. The structure we use develops trust and creates connections, both between each other and within ourselves. A little over a year ago, my own writing practice, this is Ellen speaking, expanded into a new territory. I took an exceptional leap and began a two-way prayer practice. I write to the divine each morning and imagine the Holy One writing to me in return. I begin every morning writing in my journal, "Dear One," fully engaging the layers of meaning in these two words. It is both an endearment, as one might say, "Dear child," and an expression of my theology. Not merely that this is the only one God, but expressing the mystical view that everything is of God. Everything is part of an endless, holy energy. Our worldly connections are sacred paths to connecting to the Holy One. Reciting the Shema for me affirms our profound and divine connections with each other and within our world. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. B'chol levavcha u'chol nafshecha u'chol harim ha'ela asher anochi mitzvah al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shiftecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'kshochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha Leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Elohechem.
Hope this doesn't mean I have to rabbi. Okay. Standing on the parted shores of history. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe that we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. Wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to from here to there, except by joining hands.
Adonai do Adonai do leolam vahe ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
The Hashkivenu prayer is a part of a set of rabbinic readings that bracket the biblical text of the Shema during evening prayers on both Shabbat and weekdays. The prayer envisions God as a guide and shelter during the night ahead and praises God for watching over us, delivering us, and being merciful. I do most of my praying to God at night. For as long as I can remember, the night has always been a varying mixture of wonder and joy, satisfaction and relief, and struggle and introspection for me. Wonder and anticipation of what is to come before going to sleep and the next day. Joy because the night has often times been a time of relaxation and pleasure with my family and friends, as well as reflection and recharging in preparation for the following day. Satisfaction and relief that I've accomplished good deeds, experienced triumphs at work, and survived another day of occasional failures. Doing this one-handed, pretty good. Struggle to get quality sleep, especially as I've gotten older, and intense introspection and respect with respect to the day just completed and the unknown lurking in the days ahead. Our wine and geography tribe meets at night. These once-a-month gatherings occur on the third Saturday evening of each month. Those nights are very special for all of us. The best part of our tribe has been the many new friendships that continue to grow and solidify within this subset of our Temple Bethel family. This was most particularly the case during the height of the pandemic. Whether on Zoom or at a live get-together at someone's home, our tribe has truly become a group of close friends who treasure one another's company. We have learned, laughed, and cried together, and that is the true value of the sustainability and stability that the Wine and Geography tribe continues to offer. Hashkivenu is the second blessing following the Shema during Ma'ariv. It is a petitionary prayer to be able to lie down in peace at night and to return to life the following day. As we experience this meaningful prayer on Shabbat, linking it to our incredible tribe holds great significance.
My mouth may declare your praise. Elohim, Adonai, to you. Elohim, Yaakov, Elohim, Sarah, Elohim, Yitzchak, Elohim, Rachel,
Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, utoshim b'chol yom yehalu chasela, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Get close to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we conclude the Amidah, we offer each other a prayer for peace. On Saturday mornings, that prayer or song we sing is Sim Shalom. On Friday nights, however, it is Shalom Rav. This is a central prayer in the liturgy and is significant because of its emphasis on peace, as well as being interpersonal. Throughout the rest of the service, we offer prayers between ourselves and God. With Shalom Rav, we turn our attention to peace among and between us. How we relate to each other in our interactions and relationships. These interactions, for me, are exactly what tribes are all about. How we meet each other and develop relationships around specific topics, interests, ideas, and questions. Getting to know each other better and deepening our connections while focusing on social justice in our larger communities ultimately achieves peace. I would like to encourage us all to read together. You have called us to peace, for you are peace. Grant us the vision to realize these aims. Where there are ignorance and superstition, let there be enlightenment and knowledge. Where there are prejudice and hatred, let there be acceptance and love. Where there are fear and suspicion, let there be confidence and trust. Where there are tyranny and oppression, let there be freedom and justice. Where there are poverty and disease, let there be prosperity and health. Where there are strife and discord, let there be harmony and peace. May our tribes be sources of knowledge, acceptance, and trust that seek justice, health, and harmony within our temple community and among the greater Charlotte communities.
We take a moment for silence, and when we're ready, we invite you to be seated. Israel.
Projected on the wall are the names of those in our Temple Bethel community who we know are in need of healing. Shabbat is a time for renewal of body and spirit. Mishabera focuses us further on this idea of renewal as a prayer of healing for family and friends. Some of us have loved ones facing serious illness, and we remember them tonight. But I think of Mishabera as a moment of self-care too. The truth is, we probably all need a little healing. We can pray for acceptance and healing from any setbacks during the week. The little slights, the unexpected disappointments, that dumb comment we made that now we wish we hadn't. We can emerge renewed and start fresh. Mishabera gives us an opportunity to take heart and find just a little more courage to make our lives a blessing for our loved ones and ourselves.
Thank you. As my eyes go around the congregation, I want to invite you to say names of people that you're thinking about, people that might be at home or in hospital rooms who are in need of healing of mind and body and spirit and soul. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Rofeh Cholim. Blessed are you, O God, who supports and comforts those in need. Thank you, Abby. Abby, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Because I want to invite a group of people that you're going to Israel with in just a few days. So, Chad Schaefer and Vika Kahan and Will Lyons and Lily Joy Lindner and Leah Yuns and Abby Sherman, who's already up here. And then I'm going to invite Noah Goldman to come up here too. You're standing so nicely over there, but I want you over here. Come on over. I'm going to ask the congregation to please rise. Hi. Come on over here. Here you go. Hi. So you're going to go to Israel with Chad, and I know you're very excited about that, but I want you to know on the emergency line back here in Charlotte is going to be Noah, right? And he is expecting no phone calls, okay? No phone calls, right? Is that fair, Chad? Right, Noah? Okay, great. Fantastic. Here's the thing. You are a part of an inaugural trip in this Israel Now 8th grade opportunity. And you are a part of representing Charlotte in our communities, in partner community in Israel. And you are a part of a trip that's going to be absolutely amazing. And I know that some of you have been to Israel before. And I know for some of you that you've never been to Israel before. But it is an awesome experience to go to Israel, to experience Israel, to not only experience the land and the people, but just to fall in love with a heritage and a place that is yours. And so, before we go on this awesome journey, we want to bless you as our congregation, but not just in our congregation, Temple Bethel, but as the broader Charlotte Jewish community, so excited, so impressed, and so thrilled that you are taking this journey together. So, we ask for God's blessing on your trip. Mishaberach avotenu ve'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, Yivarech et hanosim ha'ele, v'hamadrich otam b'shalom. May the one who blessed our mothers and our fathers, may the one who blessed our ancient ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, who walked through the land that you're going to, bless these travelers and their leaders and guide them in peace. Adonai, be with them as they journey to Israel and help them to pack their bags with all of the essentials. Help them to pack their bags with all the essentials as they fulfill this mitzvah of visiting Israel. And be with them on the journey as they safely travel throughout the land, seeing the stone walls of ancient cities where our ancestors thrived, and witnessing the modern and buzzing cities that our Israeli brothers and sisters have built and revitalized. And most important of all, may you meet Israelis. May you get to know their stories. May you get to know their experiences. And may you share your own experience of what it's like to grow up in Charlotte, North Carolina with them. May all of your expectations be surpassed, and may you grow as individuals and as a community of friends in unexpected ways. God, guard their coming and going. Baruch atah Adonai, shomer hanosim. We praise you, O God, protector of our travelers. And we bless you with a threefold benediction, which is at the center of the Torah. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chaneka. May God's radiance shine upon you and be gracious to you. Ken yehi ratzon. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may God journey with you each and every day. And may God bless you with shalom, with peace, and with shlemut, with wholeness. Ken yehi ratzon. May this be God's will. And let us all say, Amen. Will you have a falafel for me? All right. Or shawarma, your choice. Have a wonderful, wonderful trip. Thank you. Thanks, God. Thank you. You know, it's really amazing. You can be seated. Actually, I should have kept you standing. But we'll have you stand in a second. There you are. That's amazing. We'll have you standing in a second, but to think about all the things that are powered by the Federation. A partnership in Israel, a group of travelers, of young people going to Israel and learning to become ambassadors of Israel back to the United States. Tribes here at Temple Bethel, our Hebrew high school, so many different things that are powered by our Federation that we give our deepest thanks. And as Sue Worrell and the staff of Federation are here tonight, I want to offer our deep thanks to you for your leadership in our community, and most importantly, for your partnership and for your friendship. With that, yes, we can snap at that. With that, Emily Schenkel, a leader of one of our tribes.
As a 16-year-old junior in high school, thinking about the future can be extremely difficult and kind of weird. It can be hard to accept the future because right now I have the freedom of not having to pay bills and care for my own children, and my top priority besides school can be social life, which in a few years could be changing. Accepting the future means accepting that time will keep moving and lives will be forever changed. But with honesty, I do everything for the future, whether I'm consciously thinking about it or not. I signed up for AP and honors courses in school so my GPA could be good enough for colleges. I learned how to do common house chores like laundry so I could do them in my own future home. And I started a social justice and action tribe because even though the future is hard to think about, it is coming fast and we need to make sure that the future is fully in our hands. Starting a social justice and action tribe for teenagers, Teens for Justice, was definitely not in my original junior year plan, but I'm so happy that it happened for me, my peers, and the future generations of teenagers to come. Our tribe, along with the 8 other social justice and action tribes, are working to build the future that we want to see. The small yet mighty projects that we do in our groups may be forgotten soon, but we know that the future that we do today will continue to impact others far into the future. The words of Aleinu L'Shabeach directly translate to, "It is upon us," or "It is our obligation or duty," meaning that as Jewish individuals, it is our duty to stand up to the injustices in the world and create a better future for all to come. Please rise as we join together in the words of Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Great. Turn around. Aleinu L'Shabeach La'adon HaKol La'ateit Gedula Le'otzer Breshit Shelo Asanu Kigoe Ha'aratzot At this time, we think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken. We think of those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts as our own. In our congregation, it's our custom to stand when the name of your loved one is read. And we're in a period of Shloshim, the first 30 days after the deaths of Ron Hampton, Michael Cecil, Robert Sparks, Joseph Pepos Taraboulis, and also Joseph Pepos Taraboulis. We mark with sympathy and sadness the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Harry Max Auerbach, Louis Berger Jr., Leonard Berman, Maria Bittman, Sidney Blumenreich, Alexander Bogus, Bunny Bratman, Fanny Yosipovich Brodsky, Rochelle Buckstein, Iris Crimmins, June Eisenberg, Paul Ellenbogen, Anna Marie Felder, Leonard Fine, Elsie Fink, Anthony J. Floresta, Lou Franklin, Emmanuel Froman, Barbara Lord Gavernick, Hyman Gelfand, Peggy Gelfand, Eleanor Gitlin, Philip M. Glazer, Celia Goldfarb, David Michael Goodman, Iz Greenwald, Madison Guggenheim, Manny Guller, William Michael Humphrey, Ben Jaffa Jr., Betty Barbara Jones, Ruth Joseph, Roy L. Calver, Suzanne Kaminsky, Nathan S. Kapnick, Lillian A. Klein, Arnold Croslow, Rabbi David Lefkowitz Jr., Ann Levinson, Wilson Lewith, Hannah Mandel, Franklin Mandelbaum, Deborah Millman, Aaron Mond, Catherine Murrison, Peg Murrison, Beatrice Myers, Helen Okun, Philip Lewis Perlman, Harry Prosno, Sharon Relkin, Bernard Richter, Tomasa Riviera Alicia, Helen Streifa Rothkopf, Stanley Sachs, Ethan Sadinsky, Neil Sandler, Michael Schreibman, Ann Schwalb, Benjamin Schwartz, Sam Sepkowitz, Todd Sherrill, Alan Short, Florence Siegel, Jean Simmons, Richard Sly, Rose Solo, Clara Steelman, Jason Streamer, Zelda Toller, Albert Warnick, Arlene Warschauer, Aaron Weinstein, Eric Wigner, and Louis Zolotorov. Are there any names that we have not mentioned, but for people who are here remembering loved ones? Remember as well all who died in the Shoah and the Holocaust, our American servicemen and women and first responders who have given their lives for our freedoms and safety, and those who died defending the state of Israel. Zichronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing as we rise as one congregational family with the words of Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal vayitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala ubizman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehe shemei rabbah mivarach le'olam olamei olamaya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudashah b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Amen. Please be seated. I invite forward Andy Siegel, a member of our board of directors, to come forward for announcements this evening. I want to thank Ms. Patty and for all the musicians who sang tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for all the tribe participants. And one other thing, Beth, I have to tell you, I almost said Misha Berach for you. I've never seen someone attacked by the microphone system. But you survived. You survived. You may not be back. Okay, well. Andy, come on over.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Andy Siegel, very proud to be a member of our board of directors, proud to be a member of a couple of tribes, and very, very honored to be the co-chair of our 80s dance party. More on that in a moment. Quite an evening. When I was in 8th grade, the farthest I got was to the mall. So going to Israel is pretty impressive. And it's my distinct pleasure to read a couple of announcements this evening. First of all, I want to thank everyone who participated in tonight's Tribe Shabbat. It's incredible to hear your words and have you lead us in prayer. It was really wonderful. If you're interested in joining a tribe or starting your own tribe, you can reach out to Andy Harkavy. He is right there in the back corner. You could also go to our website, but it's a lot more fun to talk to Andy. He prefers phone calls in the middle of Georgia football games and during all hours, and he has asked us to point this piece of paper out when you leave the sanctuary tonight, and please tackle him on his way out. He has a red Toyota RAV4. You can tackle him on his way out to start or join the tribe. So thank you for that tonight. The Temple is proud to sponsor the final film of this year's Charlotte Jewish Film Festival, My Neighbor Adolf, which is screening right here at the Temple on Sunday, February 26th. It's at 7 o'clock. The link to purchase tickets can be found on our calendar, or you can go to the film festival page of the LJCC website. Save the date for our upcoming Purim Spiel, Shushan Rhapsody, based obviously on the music of Queen. That's Sunday, March 5th at 11 o'clock, right here in the sanctuary, which begs the question, is this real life or is this just fantasy? And no, Rabbi, I am not going to sing. And of course, time now for this Shabbat in 80s history as we get ready for our 80s dance party on March 11th. It was this Shabbat back in 1984 that we celebrated honest Abraham Lincoln's 175th birthday. Speaking of being honest, isn't it time you're honest with yourself about how badly you're anxious to register for the 80s dance party on March 11th? I mean, just think for a minute. All that Abraham Lincoln had to do to transform our nation and our world. All you have to do is scan a QR code or go to the website, templebethel.org/80s dance party. Register today. Everyone's got their phones on Shabbat mode, but soon they'll be off. Register tonight. And remember, as Lincoln said in his breakout role in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Hazak, hazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong. Let's celebrate another. Hazak, hazak. Shabbat shalom, everyone.